Hey, it's me. How you guys doing? Okay, so here's the road that I'm working on. Our landing's out front. What I'm doing here is I'm cutting some here and taking it out so we can keep the trucks running. And then Mitch is back there doing some stonework right now. You can see the dozer sitting back there. And then I got a little brush on the road I gotta brush off. But this road is really drying out nice. So I gotta shape it up. I really don't want to push any more of this off because if you guys notice, it's got aggregate in it. It's got like 2B limestone in it where they top dressed it before, but it's packing really good. So I think what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna put the big rock in where we need it. And then we'll just top dress this with some processed stuff. There's a quarry literally, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Talk about convenient. You can see the overburden pile right there, right through the woods. It's literally on the next property. There's a stone quarry right there. So obviously that's why we're coming up with nice stone here. But they sell number 3, it's sandstone, but it's busted up into like 3-inch pieces, washed. It's really nice. And it's cheap. I don't know, what the heck did he charge me? I can't even remember. It's like 13 bucks a ton or something. So that's cheaper than trying to rock this whole thing. So what we're going to do is rock with our pit rock, our pit run, as old NJ calls it, or bank run out of that bank that I opened up. Here comes Mitch with the great pumpkin now, see him? You guys probably can't see it very well, but I'll get some video of that later. But so right now, there was a couple of really nice big red oaks. They're not huge, but I just didn't want to take a chance of tearing them up by doing multiple cuts on them. And I thought I'd make a fun video, so I'm gonna bust them over right now. I'll file up my saw and make some cutting videos, and then later on I'll get you some road building material, road building videos. But what I gotta do is just get this section right there. He probably get 8 or 10 more loads in there this afternoon, and that'll be good enough to get us back to the next landing. So then what I'm gonna do is take the other boys who are almost done on their piece down the road 3 miles. They're almost done. They should finish it today with the exception of hauling some out. But I'm gonna put them in the next landing and I'll start bringing some into that landing while I finish daylighting and putting the river crossing in and all that on the next piece to get to the back. But that way we can keep everything going. And then what I'll do is I'll save the majority of this flat because it's good ground. I'll save whatever I can of this for rainy day wood. You know, we'll get it on the way out. But I do have to keep stuff going, so I'm just doing some of this as I go. Kind of hope it makes sense, but kind of like hopscotching around a little bit just to keep stuff going. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna touch this saw up a little bit, gas and oil it, and that file is pretty junky. Might just explode to put a new file on this handle here. That'll work for this one. I don't do anything too fancy. Just try and file my angles properly with the line that's on it. You'll see me doing this to get the filings out of the file. Because if you notice, if you ever do this, you'll notice as they fill up, it'll just ride over it won't bite very good. So you'll see me do that. It's not just my Tourette's. And then I'll put a little rotate on that file as I go. Again, this chain's in pretty good shape. It's not terrifically dull. Just needs a little hone. So this is my 372. These trees aren't too monstrous, so I'll cut them with this. Get a better view here of what I'm doing, but pretty decent at maintaining my angles. You know, the more you do this, the better you are at it, obviously. And you know, I don't do a lot of hand cutting anymore, so I'm a little rusty. But I can still make them cut pretty good. I've already taken the depth gauge down a little bit on these. Cutting good, so I'm not going to do that again. I don't want to take them down too far. You know, I have a gauge. I'll show you the gauge here in a minute. But you don't want to take those down too far, and that can get dangerous. Now we run single raker chain. I do not like that safety chain junk. So it's an aggressive chain, and you certainly don't want your depth gauge is what gauges how deep your tooth goes into the wood. So if you make your depth gauge too deep, it will bounce and chatter, and it's hard on your clutch and your bearings and your crankshaft. It creates heat. You don't want to do that. Just want it just right. Each tooth is jointed with its own depth gauge, and if you do it right, it'll cut really nice and smooth. It'll cut fast, it'll cut straight, and it won't beat you to death, because you don't have to like do a lot of forceful labor to get it to cut, you know. You should let the chainsaw cut. Billy Ray did a good, old Bucking Billy, he did a really good video on that, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Really good. I file about the same way he does. And I've really always been able to make them cut nice. So, alright, so we are around already. See, it doesn't take long. Alright, that's that. And my chain's a little loose. Tighten that up a little bit. I don't like to get them super tight, but you don't want your chain super tight, but I'm going to just take a little bit of slack out of it. Probably just stretch. So, my saw is pretty scuzzy from bouncing around the back of the crummy all week. Since last time I used it. So you just want to leave it so you can pull it down. I don't want it too tight, because that just wears stuff out prematurely also. Okay, here we are in the fuelage, in the rocket fuel of half. Oh, that's not good. My little bolt fell out. Had a nice bolt in that, so we get water in it. All right. So I will shut this off. I'm gonna find a little bolt for that. Okay, see you in a minute.